There we go, guys. And if you are joining us tonight, of course, for a very interesting game. Something different to what we normally do. And you are joining us for the North versus South game. So, of course, as always, I've got some people with me. Scully Rebel. Scully, what's up?
What's up, bro? Lucky to be here. I think this is going to be a lucky game. Haven't done one of these for a while. This is Joburg versus Cape Town.
Yeah. Joburg Northwest, right, versus Cape Town 1. So that's interesting. Slash, you also hanging around, bud?
I'm hanging around, yeah. Yeah.
You've had a bit of a long day, but I can hear the energy levels already coming up.
Yeah, I've got my gummy berry juices here, so
yeah, me too.
I'm topping up.
Me too. Mine comes in a commercial can. I don't know what your gummy berry juice looks like.
Yeah, they come in these little cans, eh?
Yeah. No, I mean, sometimes, gummy berry juice can be a mixture of things, right?
Yeah, tonight is just something energizing.
Oh, there we go. Scully, you don't need anything energizing, right? You've been energized the whole day.
I've been energized the whole day. I'm so glad that legislation on weed has changed. I'm sure these streams of us is going to get some sort of a boost on the sideline, yeah?
Yeah, but for private use only, eh?
In the days and weeks to come.
Yeah.
I don't know, eh? Yeah, maybe we can bring a Clan Wars branded weed or something like that. Give it away as prizes. You're not about to sell it, you can give it away.
A voucher.
A voucher?
Yeah.
Voucher.
Yeah, get your voucher.
Or seed.
Yeah.
We'll spread the seed.
That sounds wrong, by the way.
Seed spreading.
Ja, nee, kom ons doen nie dit nie.
Yeah, that sounds a bit...
Ja, nee, dis meer dodgy as die weed, bro.
Bietjie dodgy as die weed. Ja, kom ons praat eerder oor die weed, los die saad. Yeah, but I think this is going to be a lekker game. I believe the guys have, there's a few of these games happening at the moment, Jaco, between different areas in South Africa.
Yeah, so there's it's a face-off between, North versus South, and at the moment it's actually Dunks that's, putting it together, and I was having a good laugh with him the other day. Probably about a week or so into the organization of the tournament, he sent me a message saying, this admin thing's a bit rough.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, that sort of stuff happens, But I think he's doing a good job at the moment. Getting some of these.
That's from Red, eh?
Yeah, that's correct. So bringing some of these teams together. I'm just looking at the map, and it looks like they are just doing a bit of a burn round and switching sides and doing things like that. So maybe for the interim, I'm going to just pull up the scoreboard and see who's in there. It is, of course, 32 versus 32, but at the moment they are 21 and 24. So looking at you see now at the moment, I can't really see if it's Joburg or Cape Town yet, because they're not completely right in their teams yet. But let's start there at the top. AJVN8. I unfortunately don't know who that is, but that person is from Joburg. We've got Rochi there as well. Nella 4, obviously Nella from Cape Town. He's normally plays for MIUs. Bien Becky, King Dante's in there. I see Nseekers also playing. Tackleberry's there. Tackleberry 21, which is strange because I thought Tack had no power. I saw a message that he was out of power. Maybe the power came back, so that's good. We've got Rep and X, Marcelop. Is that Marcelop? LFC, yeah. Bloodhound is there as well. Bevind kan Sasma. Yeah, I've got no idea.
No, just go Asma at the end. Asma, he's maybe a lot of out of breath or something.
Let's gooi just Asma. Asma is daar met sy pompie. So he's there as well. We've got Hell's Assassin. Jasbar. Rich Bars. These are, I swear these are secondary accounts, because I don't know a lot of these guys. Lazy Alpha, We've got Snipers is ZA there, Shadir ZA, VTEX plays. Oh, Asma has now moved down the ladder there. We've got Hayden and BDN and a whole bunch of numbers. So that's on the one side. On the other side, we've got Skullnet, Bones is there, Bones Malone. We've got Zanteloop, Apache 8, Fatalities there, Smeet, Agent Swang, Raki SA is there, Turbo Saxophonic. Yo, that's also a difficult.
That must be Turbo Nautics or something.
No, he
changed his name. That's an alternative account.
He's gonna be Saxophonics. That's it. Cake Lodi, Calponi's there, Maniac Panda. I've got an idea that that's a different panda as well. Salty PI, Boss Guy is there, Destroyer, Rekgat, Jake Frags, Kiags is there as well. And we've got Rob here as well. Rob Riding Hood playing on his real account, Springbok 3000, and it looks like
and Henry,
Nick Caked and Henry. So that's a mouthful. Yeah. That's a mouthful. That's a lot of people, a lot of players I know. Also a lot of players I don't know. So we'll see.
It's about more than half of these guys I haven't seen on the battlefield.
No, but you can check also the if they're not 150, then they haven't played the game.
You know what, Slash? Actually, that was quite a good pickup because I didn't look at that.
But it's running, looks like quite smoothly. Only two guys really jumping over the hundreds every now and then. These alt accounts, make a note, take a picture.
But in terms of ping, I just want to look at something here quickly because I want to see if the Joburg and Cape Town pings are roughly the same.
No. Yes.
No, it's not. You can check. Joburg has got a big advantage there.
Although I do see a guy here from Joburg pinging at 120 as well.
He must be on MTN or something.
But he's probably there from Boksburg or something.
That's a Cell C connection there, Henry.
Outliers.
And the rest of the guys that's got these 3 to 7 and 8 pings must be fiber, obviously.
Yes. Slash, do we have some people watching there on the stream already?
Yeah, we've got I see is about 15 that I can see currently.
Great. If you all...
Nobody said hello. They're not rooting for anybody, so I don't know...
It's like, but guys, if you are watching the stream with us, thank you very much for joining. Please remember to while you are busy watching, also hit the little like button there. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so, and hit the little bell on your way out. It does help us with what we are trying to do. In this case tonight, we're just trying to bring you a nice game, but also please let us know about the visuals and the sound, if everything's lacquer, if the audio is coming through to you guys and the video is good and that sort of stuff. I always appreciate some feedback from the guys actually watching the stream also. Yeah,
so we've got Protect on here. He seems like he's rooting for Kaapstad. Is he not
Cape Town? Is he not from Cape Town?
Yeah, probably from Cape Town, from Slaapstad, as I call it.
Slaapstad.
Slaapstad.
Yeah, but this is a good job that Ducks have been doing here. Getting these guys together to play a little bit more, as we know that Battlefield 1 is on its last legs.
Yes.
Just 2 months to go, and then we're on Battlefield 5 again. And I think it's going to be an awesome game to play. I mean, we played the beta for a bit, and I must say that I really enjoyed it. The few times that or the few days that we were allowed to play.
Yeah. And look, I must be honest with you. After playing the beta, I still had my doubts, before, but after the beta, I'm pretty convinced. Convinced.
The thing is, I know that it's like this vicious cycle. Is we always have doubts before the new game comes out and all that kind of long stories and disappointments and stuff like that. I mean, people are moaning, and people will never be happy about anything.
Yeah.
Moaning and bitching about everything, but they forget about all the other changes that DICE has made. For instance, not bringing in DLCs that you need to pay for.
Oh, so obviously, which I still think, to be honest, Scully, is probably one of the best things that they could have done, right?
Exactly. I mean, if you look at what we've done with Battlefield Clan Wars, we had to stick to specific maps and we couldn't really bring in some of the new maps except if it was available for everybody else.
Yeah.
So on Battlefield 5 with Battlefield Clan Wars, I think it's going to be awesome, to have a wide variety of maps to play on.
Exactly.
I think it's going to, like maps like Amiens and Suez and Argonne Forest. It's just like played over and over and over and over again. So obviously, I think it's going to be awesome, especially from a competitive point of view, to have a bit more variety when it comes to maps and that kind of thing, and where everybody can share in that.
Absolutely.
Not only the guys who bought premium now.
And also the other thing with DLCs being out of the way, that pretty much, and I don't want to confirm this way ahead of time because I mean we are bound to have one or two restrictions on weapons, but it pretty much null and voids a lot of the weapon restrictions as well.
It does, because I mean we can't, from the progression system that they have on the weapons currently. How do you control that?
Yeah,
you can't control that. So I think the majority of the weapons, might be allowed to be played with and that kind of thing. And I think it's nice to have less restrictions in these games. Yeah, all these rules are so. It's actually a pain.
It's hard to manage as well.
Them.
I mean,
just
talking about rules. Sorry, Scully, that I'm interrupting you. But just talking about rules. For instance, in the game tonight, there's minimum rules in these games, right? I think there's no gas, no shotgun, and I think that's pretty much it, to be honest.
Yeah, but those are basically the two things that irritate people the most.
Yeah.
Gas it's broken because it goes through walls, and then shotguns are just for noobs.
But you must know, back in the day, those walls were so thin and shot with bullets. I mean, that the gas will go through. So it's actually real. Well, it's realistic.
Well, the cement was very rubbish as well, right?
Yeah.
Although, in saying that, I saw somebody posted on the Facebook page the other day some pictures of actual World War I sites that someone visited or took pictures of or whatever, and some of those buildings still stand, right? So even though we're laughing about it now and joking about the thin walls and the rubbish cement and that sort of stuff, some of these places were actually built to actually last because they withstood a war, right? And they withstood a war even after World War I. So you never know, right? I mean, some of these things could be like built really well. But I'm looking.
Yeah, well, it seems.
But I'm looking forward to the actual genre of Battlefield 5, right? I mean, World War II was a little bit more, to call it technologically advanced, So there were some better guns and better vehicles and that sort of stuff, which is something that I missed in Battlefield 1 was a bit of the technology. Obviously, it was World War 1, so I mean, it was probably correct. But
it's a fight from the Stone Age.
Yeah. But I'm looking. What did you say the other night? World War I guns was like shooting ketties or something.
Yeah, it's like throwing stones, and it just passed the we invented spears kind of thing, Yeah, fuck. I mean, if you look at the scopes and the minimum attachments and that kind of stuff, and I think that's why Battlefield 1 got so much flack within its lifetime, is because you came from the guys who played Battlefield 4. It was a modern setting. You had a lot of attachments, you had a lot of gadgets, that kind of thing. And now you move into this era, which is obviously they try to be historically correct, and you can't go and run around with all kind of vehicles that doesn't fit the period. And I think that frustrated a lot of players. I mean, if you think about it, realistically, back in the day, they only had a few types of scopes and a few kinds of weapons and that kind of thing. But obviously, as we carried on through the ages, now with World War II, you're going to have much better weapons and attachments and that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
So I think that's going to set it apart. So, yeah, it was a lekker game to play over these 2 years. I mean, I did enjoy it. We just had a hardcore session just before we started the stream now. And, it definitely brought back some memories. But having said that, I'm definitely looking forward to Battlefield 5.
Absolutely.
And especially on the competition side. With Battlefield Clan Wars, we had so much success on Battlefield 1. And if we have the same amount of people who are as enthusiastic about the game as we are, we're definitely going to see a phenomenal couple of gameplays happening and matches on the Battlefield 5 series within Clan Wars.
So there's two things, right, that I'm really looking forward to see what we come up with in Clan Wars, right? I think one, the T5 for me is going to be interesting because you have to now start planning on things like who's carrying the meds and who's carrying the ammo, right?
Oh yeah.
Which is a lot less of a concern for me personally in Battlefield 1, right? Because you just had a lot of ammo to start with, right? Then the other thing is, of course, Battle Royale. Which is going to be interesting, doesn't matter what we do, right?
Definitely the third game mode that we will add. You know, we tried to add incursions, obviously, on Battlefield 1, but it didn't work out so well because of the servers and all of that stuff that we have to deal with. But if they make Royale available on our local servers, I can guarantee you that we're going to have so much fun on that. And I think they said it's 16 teams of 4, which comes down to 64, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So it's still going to be 64 players, but you're going to be running in your little squads of 4. And there's many teams that we will be able to do that. You know, if we design it or try and look at it from a competitive point of view. And that's going to be awesome because obviously it's the last man standing.
Yeah.
That's going to be the winning team.
So
we're really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
There we will see who will shine.
Slash, from the stream side, there any interesting comments? Anything we have to be aware of?
Yeah, man, the guys are already starting to box here. Who's going to win? So a lot of support, it seems like, for Capetown. So I think there's more guys from Capetown on the watch. But yeah, they say even if Joburg loses, they'll win the fight. Boksburg, Benoni, Brakpan. And the Capetown Oak says, well, even if they lose, they'll have fresh fish. So I don't know if it's going to be a fish fight, a bun fight.
There's a scoreboard on there, Jacob.
A bar fight. Let's pull up the scoreboard
quick.
Yeah, I think maybe if you could just keep it up there for a bit so we can see the new guys who come online can see who's in which team and how far we are. Because it'll give them an indication of when the game will start.
Yeah, we're probably about 8 short on the one and 2 on the other one, give and take.
Yeah, the Capetonians need to catch a wake up there.
Well, it is a much rustiger setup there, ne?
Yeah. Look, I spent now a couple of days just outside of Stellenbosch, and wow, the pace is slow, you know. So we're really going back there to World War I days. That after 10 o'clock they roll up the streets, all donkey carts must be off the road. So yeah, a lot more relaxed.
All the donkey carts you take. Oh no.
Yeah. So who's in charge? Is it Tackleberry's in charge of the Cape Town team and Rob Ridinghood for the Joburg team?
You know what, there are captains assigned, but I think they are doing more squad play than they are doing captain play. I think the role of the captains pretty much for these teams is just to organize the guys, really. Because I didn't see that many comments coming through the different groups. But I would assume that there's a couple of veteran players on each side, pulling their weight. But I think they're going more for a bit of a tactical play within their squads. So there we go. It does look like the server is going to restart.
Yeah, still a couple of guys short, huh?
Yeah, a lot of guys short.
Yeah, this is the thing when you're trying to do a match like this with 32 players on a side, is that it's hard enough sometimes to do a T5, right? And start on time. So you can imagine, getting 64 players at the same time, getting into the server, loading in time. It's a bit of a hassle, right?
Yeah, a lot of opinions from different clans, I suppose. So
let's hear it. Slash, give us some of those opinions.
Well, there's none of them here, so I'm not going to venture to just throw them out there.
Okay.
But Yeah, just the general chat here. Guys saying where the line is drawn, where they could pick their teams from. So it seems like Worcester is the line in the stand.
Really?
So anything below Worcester, I don't know where that comes
Yes,
from.
so that sounds like the
Is
old
Cape Town.
Warden days, nee? Aan die ander kant van die Vaalrivier. Daai's jou ouens.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everything above is Joburg. So it sounds like they've got the pick at the end of the day. But I mean, there's a lot of gamers in the Western Cape.
So guys, from by the looks of the chat, it looks here like they might even out players. There are some guys apparently having some issues trying to get onto the server and with some connections and that sort of thing. So it could be that they even it out and just try and match up the numbers, and then they might actually start playing. I see most of the guys have changed their tags, so it should be quite easy to see who plays on what side. So let's just see.
Yeah, I see the Hayden, no tags, Football Pilot, no tags. Everybody else has got tags. Oh, there's another one, T1AF, Delta.
Tier 1 Africa.
Yeah, also no tags.
I must say the Joburg boykies are quite organized on this one.
Yes,
Everybody
absolutely.
loaded in.
Absolutely. Well, 30, right? So they short only
Yeah.
2, which is actually a good number because
And
it's
6 on the other side, 8
Yeah.
on the other side.
yeah, because I mean it's 30 guys, right? That are here ready to play. It's nice to see. Let's see. Well, what I hope they do if they even numbers, I hope they decide to drop players rather than switch some of the Joburg guys over to the south side.
Yeah, that's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, that because then you've got Joburg players playing for Cape Town, whereas if it will be a lot easier if they just do the 24 versus 24, in my opinion. So let's
No,
see
for sure.
what they actually end up doing. The scoreboard is on the screen there. So if you are watching the stream with us, you can see who's joined in and that sort of thing. Again, guys, if you are watching the stream today, thank you very much for joining us. Remember to hit that little like button if you would, and the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Also hit the little bell on your way out just to make sure that you get your notifications whenever we go online. From a starting perspective, we're not 100% sure. We are trying to find out for you how long it's still going to be. They might actually drop players on the Joburg side just to get even with the Cape Town players. The game, of course, tonight is Cape Town 1 versus Joburg Northwest. And yeah, I think it's going to be, when it eventually starts, hell of a interesting.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's restarting again.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll
most-
probably keep on doing this until they
Yeah,
get going.
most of the guys that I've seen in here, or the names that I recognize, are very good players. And then obviously we've got a few rogue names in there.
Any final conclusions there, Yaku, on what they're going to do?
So-
How long this is going to spin up?
So they are talking now about dropping Joburg players to an even number as on the Cape Town side. They're just going to see, how that can be done. Obviously, these guys that have signed up to play in this game, obviously all of them want to play. So nobody's putting up their hand saying, "Oh, it's okay, I'll leave."
I'll go.
Yeah, nobody's doing that, which I completely understand. So I guess there's a little bit of probably a vote or something going on in terms of who's going and who's staying.
Who's voting for Rob?
Nah, you know what? The reality is, I think there's some guys that feel he's the best anchor for that team there. So I don't think Rob will be putting up his hand either.
Yeah, well, there's a couple of names here that makes no sense. So maybe those are the first that needs to take the high road.
Let me pull up the numbers again. So they're still 30 and 24, and we'll see now. We'll give them a couple of seconds and see, who sort of.
I don't see any of the guys from VTRN here.
Yeah, look, a lot of the VTRN guys are in Cape Town 2, the Cape Town 2 team. They are actually also playing tonight, but unfortunately we already booked this game by the time they asked, so we couldn't stream that one as well. But Capetown 2 is also playing, and then a lot of the VTRN guys in that team.
There's MSNK came in now. Thompson.
Yeah, so we'll see if they are going to drop or spawn. I see, luckily nobody's spawning. Rayman has spawned in with his tank, but he's just luckily just standing there. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, so they decided that they are just going to play as is. This is confirmed by the guys. So we will start. Capetown will be a few people down. By the looks of it, about 5. But they have both agreed that they will play with the numbers as is. So they will go at 2 minutes.
Great stuff.
Good.
So let's see.
That's like 10 seconds there.
Yep. So see, Rayman is there, so I'm going to someone go on him.
And there's all the flags can be taken, correct?
Correct. So all flags are free and open. Everyone will run for whatever flags are available. And I see that they've spawned in.
There they go. Yeah.
Let's go on a plane here a little bit. Let's go with Poopal Pilot. See where he flies off to. And everybody's rushing. I think this is an interesting game because, you know, sometimes in a clan, you have a specific spot and a specific way to play and that sort of thing. Now you play in a team like this and, you might not actually be with that many of your teammates, because you might be somewhere here in Boksburg and the rest of your clan is over in Capetown, right?
Correct.
Yeah, Delta already going down, yeah?
Oh, I just had a car flip over there. Let's just go.
Okay, so it seems Joburg is playing in red and Capetown is in blue.
Correct, and it seems at the moment like Joburg is moving, quite fast on these points because they are holding. Well, actually, they're not. They're just holding one more than what Capetown is holding at the moment. I see they hold Delta Echo. What is F? Freddy.
Yeah, Freddy.
and Golf. I had to think. I had to think there for a second. What was F for again?
Yeah. Okay, so it seems like G.
Yeah, let's have a quick look here.
G will be the decider, yeah, and that's so far away from the rest of the town. Obviously, it's just way out point on the far side of the desert, yeah.
Yeah, interesting gun Kylo Andy is playing here with. So if you ever get a chance, Jack, you must switch to his first person.
Sorry, who's this slash?
Kylo Andy.
In which team and in which squad, do you know?
Red. Yeah, I don't know which squad. Let's see. It doesn't show squads.
Kylo. Let's have a look for him if I can find him here. Just going through the names here quickly.
I'm looking, enemy machine gun.
Definitely not there. Oh, there we go. Kylandi.
Kylandi.
Alright, so we're running with him. And the gun that he's using is actually the Burton, right? The Burton LMR. The trench one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Tackleberry's tank is on fire, yeah, on Charlie. The Capetown boys have just cleaned it out. Yeah, there was a few of the Joburg guys on Charlie, and they managed to get Tackleberry's tank on fire. But I see Hayden was there and he repaired him a little bit, so they're running in tandem down to the next objective, which is Echo.
And it would be fun.
There is a few guys there.
It would be
We've
fun.
got Raki on that stationary gun, trying to keep Tackleberry at bay on his tank.
It would be fun to see Tack and Rob facing off in tanks, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'll be funny.
I would actually like that. Some interesting logos that the guys are running as well, Scully, tonight. I mean, I like the little the Cape Town one, which was that bandit, you know, the skull with the bandit cloth on. I think that's quite nice.
Yeah. But besides that, you can check the whole AOV team, who's obviously, well, most of them are represented here on the Cape Town side, has pushed in hard on the Echo flag. And there's about, this thing is, they're swarming the Echo flag. And we must remember that there are a few guys down, but I think with all these AOV players, we might see a different story, even though the whole team is less than 8 players. I see that there has a few extra guys that have popped in now, so we're 26 on Cape Town versus 30 for Joburg.
Yep, I've just pulled up the scoreboard there.
You can see these AOV guys, the way that they play in a group, they play together, they push together, and then obviously they conquer these flags together.
Yeah. I mean, look, Joburg at the moment, obviously, you know, has a very small lead there, about 3 tickets. So definitely not a lot. Cape Town only 4 players down at the moment. So definitely well matched up at the moment, keeping the flags, both these teams actually. But yeah, I tend to agree with you. I see a lot of AOV names here on the Cape Town side. So they might actually have some squad tactics there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And if you look at at this point in time, Cape Town is dominating with 4 flags versus 3 for Joburg.
Yeah. But Joburg has also got a lot of players out there on the gold flag, which I think is a bit of a waste. They might just need 1 or 2 guys there as a spawn point.
Yeah.
And get back in here, because then they've got the numbers at the end of the day.
Yeah, they've got 4 guys down here, so it seems like it's a whole squad. I'm not sure where these players are from. Let me just see. Springbok, where's he from? Springbok 3 Racing.
Springbok is from. He's from. I almost said South Africa. He's from Joburg.
I mean the real team that he plays for.
Springbok plays for 4Q, isn't it? I'm sure Springbok plays for 4Q. He's our resident teabagger.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but Bravo is going down here. Some action here. We've got Fatality and some guys here trying to defend the Bravo flag.
Yeah.
There's a lot happening on Charlie as well, with the AOV guys that moved in from what was this flag that they just captured here? It was a Delta, that was Echo. They came from Echo, pushed back to Charlie, and it seems like they're trying to get rid of some of the Joburg guys on this side, but the Joburg guys are definitely not giving up.
No.
There's a lot of action happening here on the Charlie flag. Yeah.
They're a little bit outnumbered here on the Charlie flag, but
they are, and there you can see that there's nothing left. Joburg is gone. It's back.
But they're running like how many guys in there?
But they're coming in, and we've got
the Cape Town guys are coming in like
look at
an
this.
army.
Rob in his tank, Tack in his tank. So let's see this. Let's see this. I want to see.
Rob is running away. Where's he going?
No, he's riding to Echo.
He's behind his smoke. Oh, he's maybe going to try and take Echo over there. Tack's taking some hits on his tank. Some Joburg guys coming in here. We've got Calpone, BDN. Who else is here? Jules is here. Oh, just gets taken out by that tank from Tack. Calpone may be able to save him, but I think he's spawned out, to be honest. So some action over here at C. I quickly having a look over here at the D flag as well. I see the Cape Town boys have fallen back, started taking D. We've got Ronald and Apache 8 here at the back. So they're trying to make sure that D flag doesn't get taken. Some of the guys.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys, yeah.
Slash, on the stream there, is there any requests for some first person or anything with someone specific that we can get into and watch?
Joburg versus Cape Town.
Yeah, no, nothing yet. So maybe just to let the guys know, to let us know again, if they want to see somebody specific.
I want to see if I can get with maybe a pilot here. Let's go with Terra Nova a little bit. So Terra's on 7 kills, 2 deaths in his plane. So obviously doing some good work as a Joburg pilot there.
I see Joburg just managed to take hold of Delta, and they slowly but surely moving into the buildings here by this little town onto Charlie.
And Terra doing some really good work on the Charlie flag there with his plane. Got that on a very nice little replay. So we'll see what that looks like. And I see he's taking out some guys.
So Joburg's just reversed roles, eh? So keeping majority of the flags.
Yo, but there's a lot happening between D and C at the moment.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's looks like ants running around there.
It's crazy, man. But I think those are the two flags. I mean, here and there, there's a bit of an outlier, you know, something that's being contested, but it's like a firing line between D and C, yeah. So let's run with Salty Pie here for a bit. Go into first person.
Now the guy's also sneaking around here, so it looks like they're gonna try and attempt to take Echo again. But they're in for a surprise. Looks like the Joburg guys.
Yeah, the Joburg boys have the Joburg boys have managed to flank and push through these buildings, and they're heading onto the Charlie flag. Charlie flag's going down. I don't see. Oh, there's only one guy here from Capetown. Another two of them. Some of them spawned at the backside. Yeah, they're trying to get Charlie back, but the Joburg guys are like the red ants. They're fumigating.
Bradley from Joburg was absolutely wrecking here for a second while I was on him with the with first person. He was with that Hell Regal. I think he managed to pull off a little bit of a flank and probably took out 5 or 6 players before he got taken out. So that was really good. I'm with Repenix here. So Repen X. Of course, Repen is a AOV sniper as well. Sniper.
Yeah.
And I mean, we know him from back in the day, and I see he hasn't given up that class yet.
So we've got a request here for Fatality.
Guys, if you do give us a request, also just help us out a little bit. Tell us in which team the guy is, so that I can find it easily for you.
Yeah, I think he's in Capetown, eh?
Right, let's have a quick look.
Capetown side, so start at the bottom.
Oh, there we go, Fatality, I found him. I'm running with Fatality, but he is, and 2 weeks later, he's in the middle of the desert.
Is he heading out for, seems like the guys have stolen golf there.
Yeah, no, 2 weeks later. He's still running, and now he's lying down. This might be 3 weeks later. Doing a good job though, shooting on the goal flag. There's a couple of Joburg boys over at the goal flag, so it's a bit contested at the moment, not really moving. He's coming in there. As soon as he comes close enough, they'll start taking the goal flag. So let's run with Fatality here for a bit until the goal flag gets taken, then we'll move over. Guys, if you are watching the stream with us, thank you very much. Let us know on the stream if there's anybody specific that you would like to see in first person or third person or whatever you would like to look at. I know that there were some requests earlier on the group to focus on some of the pilot and vehicle play. So we are doing that as we are going along, but let us know if there's anything specific or any specific players, yeah?
Yeah, actually,
yeah, I see the Joburg guys just pushing down on the F flag, yeah, and it's if they manage to get that, obviously they've the majority of the time they manage to hold four flags, and it seems like a balance between 3 for the one and 4 for the other one, and yeah, obviously if they're trying to get one more than the other, and if they manage to get 5 flags, the ticket count will run a little bit faster.
Correct.
But you can see that both these teams are very well matched, you know, player-wise and skill-wise, because you know the ticket difference is only about 20, which is very good because we're almost halfway.
Absolutely, and I see that D has just been taken back by the Joburg guys as well. So we've got Rob with his tank over here, and it looks like he's being supported by N-Seeker and a repair tool. So that looks like a designated team for support there. And then we've got King Dante also in that same tank with Rob. So let me just try and get out of this tank a little bit. I want to see where Rob's going. Yeah, I think he might be heading over to the Charlie flag, because there's a lot of Capetown boys streaming into Charlie. Yes, and I don't know who that pilot was. He was too fast. Actually, let me see if I can get that on a replay. It looks like AVN8, who was doing some really good work with his plane out of the air there on the Charlie flag. You see, this is what I like about the instant replay now. If I miss a name, I can pop it on and then read it slowly.
If it's too fast for you.
Yeah, in real time was hy te kwaai hoor. Okay, so we've got the Joburg guys here on the C flag protecting. It looks like the red ants here on the Charlie flag. Quite hectic.
Yeah, they need to get going. I mean, they're losing other important flags. So
I'm just scanning.
They're actually taking Delta back again.
Yeah, I'm scanning over here to Delta. There's a couple of guys there. The tank is there. There's a couple of foot soldiers there as well. And then I see that it looks like the tank is heading back towards F. He's a bit unsupported, to be honest, though, Rob, at the moment. It's pretty much him in the tank. The foot soldiers sort of stayed behind to look after the Delta flag.
So we've got another request here, Jazz Bar and Rich Bast. But we don't know which teams they are. I've got no clue where they are.
Well, let's start on the Capetown side and try and find them for these guys.
So Charlie, no.
Let's have a quick look. Jazz Bar, you say, right? And Rich Bar. Do you think that's a comparison? Okay, I found them.
They're not in Joburg side.
No, they're in Cape Town, and let's head over and see what these guys are doing. I see they are. I'm running here with Jazz Bar. He's 10 kills, 13 deaths, and they are here on the Echo flag. So I assume they are protecting that, or at least that's where Jazz Bar is. And let's see who's this other gentleman. That's Rich Bar, but he's dead at the moment, and he hasn't respawned back in. So we'll give him an opportunity to spawn back in, and then we'll go on him. Yes, but the Joburg guys are falling in here at the F flag. Yup. There we go.
Taking it back quite quickly.
They've cleared it out, right?
Yeah. And if you do have a second, if you can maybe just show the scoreboard there for...
Sure, let's pull that up. And look at that, 28 versus 29. So there's now only one player difference between Cape Town and Joburg. So very evenly matched player-wise at the moment. And of course very evenly matched ticket-wise as well, right?
Yeah.
At the top of the scoreboard on the Joburg side, we've got Rob in his tank going 30 for 1. And on the other side we have Tech, also in his tank, going 24 for 5. So those are the two high numbers at the moment.
Yeah. Rob's tank is taking a bit of a beating on their side, but the guys, there's like 2 guys repairing it, trying to keep that tank alive, and they're doing a good job of it because the planes are just nailing him.
Yeah, but Cape Town doing well again, 4 flags. Joburg is coming in on Charlie again.
That's Poopa Pilot.
Dropping that flag down. The tank there from, I don't know who's that, Mr. Collop, but he's getting a beating. He's not gonna, there he's gone. Tank is out. And the Red Ants looks like they're gonna take C. But the Westkaapies are not giving up.
Let me just see over here.
Yeah, but I say Poopa Pilot is a phenomenal pilot.
He is, right?
In these aeroplanes, I'm telling you, if he takes those dives down on the tanks, the majority of the rockets that he shoots out really hits it.
Scully, what do you think about the actual vehicle play? And actually, maybe I'll Slash's opinion as well, because Slash, you spend a bit of time in those tanks on the beta.
Yeah, look, I mean they slow, and as they go smaller, they go a bit faster. I enjoyed it. I loved it. It was good fun. They can be quite accurate, you know, if you sitting in the turret and you want to hit somebody.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. It was good fun. But it's a different gameplay. It's not as intense as this, where you can get in close. Those tanks are just too weak. A couple of shots and you're out.
Yeah. Scully, and
it's more of a far play.
And you had your hands on a plane as well, ne?
Yeah, I just tried a little bit, but I enjoy the obviously the planes more than the tanks, and I don't even think I was in a tank. But the little bit of time that I spent, in the planes was yeah, it was alright. You know, it's they're definitely a bit more maneuverable than the planes in Battlefield 1. But yeah, the little bit of time, as I said, like I spent in it, it was okay. I mean, I'm not a professional pilot in any way whatsoever. I'm more of a foot soldier. And if you're looking for a way, that sneaky way to get onto a roof or somewhere else, you know, to get a vantage point or get the upper hand on someone else, that's me. I'll show you where to go. But yeah, like I said, the little bit of time that I spent in the vehicles was okay. I think the guys are going to find it much easier to fly because remember, I didn't even have a look at the setup. If you can go back to veteran and that kind of thing, or if you have to fly with the analog sticks only. Obviously, I flew with the analog sticks, and it is a bit easier to fly just with analog sticks than going back to Battlefield 4 veteran style. Yeah. And I know that some of the old guys, you know, some of the vets, they prefer the playing with veteran the stick setup and so on. But yeah, it was okay in a nutshell.
Yeah, I found the planes personally. I spent a little bit of time in the you know, the big tank, that very big one. It's very slow. It packs a hell of a punch. So when you actually hit something, I think it does kill things, but you can't get close to any of the foot soldiers, right? I mean, if there's 2 or 3 guys with some rockets, even if you're in a big ass tank with some proper armor and everything, it doesn't make a difference. You die, as Slash said. And then the planes I found heavy. They felt heavy for me. But then again, I didn't play with the sort of one-seated planes. I mean, the time that I did spend in a plane, most of it was spent in those bombers, right? Or that light bomber with the 2 engines. And that felt like really heavy. I had some good kills with it though, so it wasn't I mean, I remember when we started playing Battlefield 1. Sorry, and just by the way, it looks like the Joba guys are heading over here to the B flag, so let me just run with them for a little bit. When we started playing Battlefield 1, I recall, getting into the bombers was painful for me, right? I mean, I flew that thing for, a couple of minutes and didn't get a single kill, then jumped out, and I think 2 months later I attempted to get back into a bomber. Whereas this had a better feel to me, but it felt heavy. You can imagine the plane being, quite heavy and quite difficult to turn and that sort of thing. But yeah, I think you're both right. I think in general, I think they did a good job on the mechanics of the vehicles at least.
Yeah.
So having a quick look at the scoreboard here, 760 for Joburg and 714 for Cape Town.
Yeah, we've also got a call here for Sika, so see if she's still running there with Rob.
Okay, she must be behind Rob's tank or something.
Let's have a quick look.
Yeah, she's there, she's repairing. There's 2 guys actually, King Dante, there's always 2 guys here on Rob's tank keeping it alive.
Yeah, there's definitely a strategy there.
He's looking after his KD, don't worry about it.
Yeah, if I pull up the scoreboard, he's now sitting at 35 for 1. I think the one time was when he got out, hurt his leg and fell in a hole.
When he went for a piss. He fell down the creek or something.
Christo also doing well there in his little truck out in the sticks. He's just camping there on the dunes. 37 for 1. Also lending support, looks like, to Rob.
Oof, Rob's getting hit now quite heavily here. Let's see if Dante can fix him up. Dante's got his spanner out. Yeah. No, he's tuning the exhaust there. We've got Seeker back as well. She's also got the spanner out. She's looking after the cam belt.
The grease monkeys.
Yeah. Yes, but there's a lot of Joba guys screaming into D here. It's like an army. These guys are actually playing exceptionally well together, you know that?
Yeah, they are.
They actually, it's very impressive considering that they're all from different places and different clans and things like that. They are playing exceptionally well.
It's funny, like you mentioned it. I mean, if you look at a public, obviously to win a match, and you can see it even here, although everybody's made up from different clans, I can definitely see that there's a lot of improvement when it comes to competitive play and team play in this match.
Yeah, sorry guys, I got disconnected from the server. Are you guys still on?
Well, we can hear you, and the stream is still running, Jaco.
Okay, so if you give me 1 second, let me just reconnect to the server here. I don't know why, but I got dropped. So
Okay.
let me just reconnect, yeah?
Yeah, I've got some guys also asking, if you can try and heat up a dogfight if there's anything going on. Oh, I see now you've just dropped. So it did go down.
Okay, I am reconnecting to the server, so guys, apologies for that, for the slight break. Hopefully I'm... what does the ticket look like? I don't want to come back in too late.
Yeah. It's, $7.99 for Capetown and 887 for Joburg.
Yeah, no, I got a random "you were disconnected from the EA server" message on my side. So I think I just had a bit of a drop there, but we're back on and loading back in. So you guys can talk whatever you see. I can't see anything at the moment. I've got a pretty loading screen.
Oh, there's still a black screen there. All right, let's give you some audio visuals here.
Ja. Soos gooi hom soos hy oudtydse rugby uitsaaiers.
Die rugby uitsaaiers.
Ja.
Okay, so let's have a look here. What do we have
Western
here? We've
Province
got
coming in on Charlie flag.
Western Province versus Transvaal.
That's brilliant.
So yeah, klap hom Skelly, gooi hom.
Yeah, now I can see that Poople Pilot is definitely putting in some work here on Rob Stank and Endseeker and whoever else is helping Rob there has got a hell of a time trying to keep him alive. But the Joburg boys just moved into the Delta flag here. Currently, we have the Cape Town boys is holding 4 flags versus the 3 flags for Joburg. And on ticket count, we are 925 for Joburg and 861 for Cape Town. So Joburg definitely in the lead for this first match. Do we know how many matches the guys are going to play? Is it a best of 3, Jaco? Or
It is best of 3.
just one?
No, it is best of 3. Yeah. So I am back in the server now.
Great.
So we've got screen again here, and I'm going to go directly on a plane to see if we can get some dogfighting action there. Unfortunately, I'm here with AJ, who didn't change his logo to the team's logo, so he's still got his monkey logo on.
No, he must be from Cape Town. They're a bit slow, those guys.
Yeah, but it's going to be a tough one to pull back. The Cape Townians will have to do something special here to take it back. 50 tickets plus lead now.
Yeah, only 50 tickets to go, then it's going to be the end of this match. I see the Cape Town boys are moving over to the Delta flag coming from Charlie. A hell of a lot of them, actually. They should try and split up, I'd say.
Yeah.
Some of them need to move here to the Echo flag.
But Joburg sneaky around here at Alpha as well. I don't know if you guys seen that one going down.
And I just got the most brilliant plane kill on a replay. That was beautiful. So there we go. For the guys who wanted to see that dogfight, you got it in slow-mo.
Now we have the mist rolling in.
Oh, look at the E flag, right? These guys are swarming it. Shock.
Yeah.
Now I've got to go.
It would have actually been better if they left the first 2 flags out and also golf. I think it would have been a bit more action and also allow the guys, to get closer.
Yeah, I think they should.
This is a massive match.
So I'm actually driving here with Exorcist. He's heading over from, I think it was the Bravo flag. He's heading back in his little truck over towards Freddy. So he's going to try and make sure that they don't lose that. Because he's got Christy Malania. Oh, but Christy's out. Let's see who faces off here. Oh, but Christy takes Exorcist. And then I think he actually gets taken. Oh, Ottoman.
There we go.
There we
Game
go.
is finished.
Well done to the Joburg guys there.
But not that big a ticket difference, eh? 966 to 1,000.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
And remember, they were more, at least for the first 100 plus tickets.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, they did have a player advantage there.
But it does look like the Capetown boys there got best squad. And it looks like the pilots. Look at that.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the pilots. I think the tankers did well.
Yes, definitely the tanks did well. But obviously those pilots, I think a lot of the hits on the tanks actually came from the pilots, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but if we look at like Purple Pilot's score, I mean, he didn't really score a lot of points. When I looked last, it was 147.
Yeah.
But so be it. I mean, it was some good action.
There we go. But well done to the Joburg boys for taking that first map. It will be best out of 3. It is, of course, tonight, guys, if you are joining us on the stream, 64 versus 64. So this is really, really big, really big war, big teams. Very little rules, of course, in this North versus South. Pretty much no gas, no shotguns, and don't be that guy. That's the rules, right?
Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy. Be the better guy. They are playing on 50% tickets, though.
Giant Shadow.
Yeah.
So they are?
That's what they said. They said they were playing on 50% tickets. It didn't look like that on the previous round, though. I mean, they went up to 1,000, so it didn't look like 50% tickets. I think it should have been set to 50.
But it looks like they're all sorted in their side.
They spawned in.
They've spawned in already. There we go. Fantastic.
Okay, let's have a quick look over here.
Here goes the planes. Nobody jumping out. Everybody racing. But it looks like Joburg's going to win the race. They're already at B. They're going for Delta.
Yep. Yeah, with running with Nickate. Oh, that's also a difficult name to say. He's also using that strange gun, the Burton.
We have taken objective butter.
Yeah, so like before, I mean, Joburg grabbing those first four flags quite quickly.
Yes.
But the Red Sox are there, yeah?
But now, of course, Capetown in red this time. And they are pushing onto Delta there now. And I think they've got the numbers because there's not a lot of Joburg guys there. We're running here with VTEX.
Ooh, and there goes a plane down trying to take Rob out. I didn't see who it was, but that was some good action.
Slash from the stream there, guys. If there's somebody that you want us to specifically spectate or have a look at in terms of gameplay, just let Slash know on the stream there. He is watching the stream for us. And Slash just call it out and we'll try and find the guys, right? Joburg playing in blue and the Capetown Boyk is playing in red.
Yes, what a massive fight here in Delta, huh?
I'm trying to get in here, but there's a lot of stuff, right? There's smoke. I just see little dots now everywhere. Red, blue on the one side. This is a mark. Just die Franse line. You know those lines, and then it's like aim, fire.
Yeah, I just think the red is overwhelming the blue at this stage.
Yeah.
And where's Rob? He's looks like his tank is out. So, oh no, he's still here. Okay, well, he was there.
And there's so much action here on D that it doesn't matter who I switch to. They're not alive for long. I literally switch and the guy gets off 2 shots and then he's dead.
Yeah, and he has a sneaky move here. Who is this? We've got some guys here. Rick Borst and Nila. And who else? Jasbar taking Alpha. So they must be the sneaky team to go around.
Let's go over there and have a quick
try and take the back flag.
quick look at who's over there. I can't actually get onto Alpha at the moment, so let's do that manually and see who's. Oh, it's because they're all in the houses. Captain Vorsch is there. I don't know. He was from Cape Town, to be honest.
No. He's from Joburg, isn't he?
Captain Vorsch, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Let's have
Unless he moved.
Maybe he moved.
Maybe.
I don't know. Now Cape Town has a new Vorsch.
Yeah, still one player short. So 30-29. But they've cleared out the Joburg guys there.
Yeah. So I see that Bravo and Charlie are being held by Joburg. At the moment, Cape Town holding Alpha and Echo, as well as contesting on Delta. But I see Delta is going down to Joburg as well. I'm here with Dante. He's on top of the tank, doing some repairs for Rob as he's being hit. But those planes are doing a serious number on the tank, where?
Yeah. And they're accurate.
Very accurate.
Rob is running.
Ooh, he is running. He's on fire. I think he's almost there and thereabout. He has to get somebody to spawn on him. Everybody's rushing to kill that tank now. Oh, I think that was the last hit. There we go. He's out. So the Cape Town guys doing a good job there, rushing on the tank. And the Joburg guys still have a bit of a ticket lead here in the early stages of the game. About 10 tickets at the moment only. But the Bravo flag is being contested. Not a lot of Joburg people here. I see Seeker is here. Oh, now she's the only one. So she's heavily outnumbered here by the Cape Town guys. But we've got Turbo.
So we've also got a score here for Jack Frags.
Jack Frags. Team.
Joburg.
Alright, let's do that. Let's find Jack Frags.
And then Bloodhound, and then Captain Vorsch. So Captain Bloodhound.
Okay, so first let's start at the top. We're looking for who again, Slash?
Jake Frags. I think he's Joburg.
Yeah, I'm trying to find him in Joburg. Oh, there he is. There we go. Oh, but I can't spawn on him at the moment. Don't know why. He's grayed out. I think he's either under fire or he was in a spot that I couldn't spawn on him. There we go. I'm on him now. And then when he dies, I'll ask you to call out the next name. It's nice. I like the fact that there's some names that we want to watch. Scully, anybody here tonight that you've come up against that that stands out? I mean, besides the tankers and the planes, right? I mean, they always stand out.
Yeah, well, like I wanted to say football pilot when you started your question, but obviously it seems like it's going to be irrelevant now.
Well, I sort of knew you were going to go there.
It's the easy way. Look, Chris Tumalan from, is he with AOV now? No, he's with MSNK.
Yes.
He moved over.
Yes.
Yeah, Chris Tumalan is one of the guys that I've met on the battlefield many, many times. And I can recall a match that we played on Suez, and he was in a tank and I was in the little transport vehicle running around capturing flags, and he was just chasing me all over the map with a tank. And then some of the other guys that I can clearly remember, you know, is Rayman, Rochi, Exorcist. Some of the other names that pop up here is Bones Malones, you know, from MDK.
Yeah.
Jake Frags I haven't really met on the battlefield. There's actually a lot of the guys on here that I haven't seen on the battlefield, or that I haven't played against with. Repadex, obviously, we know him from back in the day. And yeah, that's more. And Raki SA, you know, from the first platoon.
Yeah.
These are some of the names that really stand out for me, that I've met and played with and was in parties with and so on. But yeah, all in all, great times with them on the battlefield.
Yeah, I see Mocabs also here from OSB. He was just in a tank over there. Alright, Slash, who's next?
Okay, so next we've got in the British, so the Reds under George. Bloodhound, I think he was there. Let me just double check.
Oh, there we go, he's in Harry.
Under Harry, sorry Harry.
I found him, and let's go to him quickly. But I can't seem to spawn on him. There we go.
Okay.
I'm on him now.
Capture the position.
He's over here at the Alpha flag, busy taking back that one.
Enemy's taking an objective.
I don't know if he's alone, or let me just try and see if I can see what's going on Alpha. Yeah, he's a bit outnumbered. There's a lot of Joburg. Oh, and he's out. Next.
So next is Captain Wors. He's in Capetown 1.
Capetown 1. Let's have a quick look there. Captain Wors. Oh, I did see him there. There we go. And Captain Wors is over here at the Alpha flag as well. And he gets taken out. Oh, sorry, Captain Wors.
And that's it.
There we go. So guys, if you are joining us again for the stream tonight, thank you very much for joining. Thanks for also supporting the North versus South games. If you are watching the stream with us, please remember to hit that little like button. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button as well and the little bell on your way out, just to get the notifications whenever we go online. The game tonight, of course, the North versus South game. That's Capetown 1 versus Joburg Northwest. Joburg Northwest took the first map, Senai, with about 36 tickets, I think was the difference. So quite a nice game to watch. Of course, we have Tech and Rob on two opposite sides. So that in the first game was interesting to see them both in tanks. If you are joining us here at the moment, the ticket difference is around 40 tickets for the Capetown guys. So the Capetown guys impressing on this map actually with 375 tickets now versus the 328 tickets of the Joburg boykies. So that's sort of where we are. Let's have a quick look over here. There's some action happening over here at B from both sides.
Yeah, it seems like the Joburg boys are lagging behind on this one a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's that constantly the Capetown guys have kept their 4 flags, right, and haven't allowed the Joburg guys to get that 4th flag. So again, it's not a huge ticket difference right now. 50 tickets, and we're not halfway through the map yet. But these things catch up quickly, right?
Yeah, no, they change very quickly.
So,
yeah, but they're really biting the ankles the whole time, taking Alpha all the time. I don't know where they are hiding. But all of a sudden, it's just red. At Alpha, taking back their home base from the Joburg guys. So they've got to come all the way back to try and defend it.
Yep. There's some action happening over here at Charlie as well. It was just contested, but I think the Joburg guys cleared that. Oh, but woof, as I said that, there was a massive explosion from a grenade coming in from the Capetown team and took out 2 Joburg players at the same time. That was quite good. Delta being contested here as well, but some good defending by the Capetown guys. Yo,
yeah.
And I can't stay on players too long. Now these are very good players. The thing is with this with these games though, is that obviously it was open for people to register, right? And I think that I almost want to call them the pub players, and I think the pub players wouldn't have registered for a game like this necessarily, just because of the fact that as we were saying all night that Battlefield 1 is starting to come to an end. So you have a lot of I almost want to say the hardcore players that registered for this type of event. Because maybe even the clans weren't up for it, right? I know here at the end, Scully, we were talking to some clans and they were saying, look, as a clan we are finding it tough to have 12 players every week, but within that team there might be 4 guys that are still, super hardcore, right?
Oh yeah.
And I think that was a great opportunity to, have those hardcore players, come in and play with some other people and that sort of thing. So I think it's a good initiative.
Yeah, definitely. I can tell you one thing, that these Capetown boykies are turning things around at a hell of a pace.
Yeah, 70 ticket difference now, right?
Yeah, they like the fucking red ants at the moment. They're just pushing on every single flag.
They want that overtime map. But we've also got some calls here, Yaku, for Springbok and Boss Guy from Joburg and Hell's Assassin. Is he playing? I didn't see him.
Okay, let's have a quick look here. Springbok, I think he's he was
Charlie.
Joburg, right?
Yeah, under Charlie.
Joburg Charlie, there we go. Thanks for that. I'm sitting here with Springbok. He's in his favorite crouching position.
What's he teabagging now? The train tracks.
No, I think that there's a wet spot on the wooden floor there. There we go. We got that tea bag, and I have to give him that one in slow motion. He likes when we do that. I don't know who he was teabagging there. I want to quickly see if I can see. I think it was Tech, to be honest. There we go, and a slow-mo teabag there by Springbok on Tech. So that's now on the street. So I'm here with Hayden, running with him. 27 kills, 10 deaths, doing very well as a medic. Good job picking up his family and friends as well. So there was another call there for after Springbok.
Yeah, Boss Guy, but I didn't see him on the Joburg side. Oh, there he just come back. It looks like he's dropped off. Because I see Joburg went down to 29 guys.
There we go.
And he's dropped off. So he's obviously got server issues.
Some connection issues. So Cape Town is actually now one more than Joburg.
Lost objective butter.
Yes. Yeah. slow to the uptake, but they're there now, huh?
Yeah. So I'm
And
here.
they are kicking butt for sure.
So I'm here in a plane with AJ, who's busy dog fighting. So we're getting a nice bit of a dog fight here between the two of them. But there's actually two planes on AJ. He's doing very well to stay alive. There's two Cape Town boykies on his tail there, but it does get taken out at the end there.
Yeah, seems like the Joburg guys are making a push. They've got 4 flags, and if they can just keep this, I mean, they should make that deficit back quite quickly.
Yeah. So I'm with Rich Bars. I know there was a call for him earlier as well, Slash. So I'm running here with him in first person. He's coming up on the Delta flag, it looks like. Probably to defend that, or I think there might actually be some Joburg guys coming into the Delta area at the moment.
Yeah, it's just Jaco, if you can try and do an overhead shot of this blimp between Charlie and Delta, it's chaos. You can see the guys here from Cape Town is pushing hard. The guys from Joburg is defending like hell.
Yes, you see this from...
you
did see it from the air, didn't you?
This is war.
And look at those 2 planes from the Western Cape side. I mean, they're just pumping bullets into that space.
Yes, this is mayhem, huh? Look, it looks like an ant. Dit lyk soos 'n muurnes, bro.
Dit lyk of hulle braai, bro. Kyk al hy rook.
Daar's 'n worsbraai in die gang daar.
This is so good to spectate. I mean, so many South African players on one server having fun, kicking ass. It's just a phenomenal sight to see.
Look at all the little blue guys trying to push in there. But the guys are the Cape Town guys are on the inside of that blimp. If the Joburg boys can manage to get on there on the inside, they could make some good kills there. Let me try and go back down again. I've now flown so far up.
There's also a call here for Riza, and I don't know how to pronounce that. Cephas. What's that? Cephas. Yeah, Cephas there from the Cape Town guys. They're both in George.
Okay, let's go there, and let's go to... can't spawn on Cephas at the moment.
Yeah, it looks like they're all out.
There we go, spawned on Cephas. No, I think he was in a busy getting into a tank. He's out of the tank now, and he's running towards Bravo. Oh, no, he's changed his mind. He's running towards Delta.
Yeah, Delta being taken again. So, but a lot of Red Sox here. and Mokep in a tank. Yeah, I must say, I enjoy this kind of gameplay. Not a lot of rules. Any tank goes, any gun goes, except for the one we don't want to mention.
Yeah, of course. But the thing is, though, is that, and I think that's what Scully was sort of saying earlier as well, is that's the exciting part for me about Battlefield 5, right? Is the fact that if we don't have those limitations, because I mean, at the end of the day, when we did Clan Wars, we weren't making the rules to be, crap about it. We were making the rules so that it's fair or as fair as possible to everyone, right? Whereas if you don't have those DLCs to worry about, then that makes it a lot easier to just say, well, now everybody has those guns and those maps and that sort of thing, right?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think it's gonna make for a pleasant experience.
Yes.
Not for the guys to worry about infringements and penalties and that kind of thing, making mistakes and so on.
Oh, look, we'll find other things.
Yeah, no, we will. Obviously, that's what we're here for. We're not here to make things easy.
No.
I mean, it is a competition after all.
We'll find something else.
Yeah. We'll just have to have a look and see how the weapon progression system works and all of that kind of thing. So. And maybe limit the guys to certain classes. That might be something that might be implemented. And, ban you if you play with a hammer in your hand or something like that. I don't know.
So I see Boss Guy is back in the game, so I'm running first person with him now, Slash. But I see Capetown is maintaining that lead a little bit. It closed down there for a second with the Joburg guys rushing on some of those points. But still about a 50-odd ticket lead. Again, I mean, there's 50 tickets where it is now, where we're 3/4 into the game. 50 tickets is becoming a harder thing to catch now. So hopefully the Joburg boys can pull it back. But on the other hand, I hope that the Cape Town guys keep the lead, because then we get to see another map.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be cool to watch another game.
Okay.
And the ticket difference now, I think, will definitely allow for that.
Yeah.
But it's not over yet.
Slash comments there from the stream. Anybody willing to put their hand in their hat already with who they think will be the victors here?
No predictions at all. I don't know. I don't know if the guys are too scared to call it. I think it's so what I'm saying is that's actually a challenge. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So they are shouting out and letting us know who they want to see. But no predictions at this stage.
Oh, and the tank just went down. I saw that in the first person view that I had. Oh, and it gets taken out there by Rayman.
Yeah, the tanks don't live long on this map. The planes, I think, they just dominate. So
we've got,
if the tank just sits too still for too long, the planes just take him out.
So we've got King Dante here, King Dante 3, right, from the Joburg team, running with that. What is that gun called? It's such an ugly gun. The Hout. You know, the Hout or Hout. The
Hout.
Yes, and I can never understand why people like that gun. It's first of all, personally, I think it's a very ugly gun, and secondly, unless you can manage that thing when you shoot, it's all over the place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to have a bit of control over that weapon. But I do agree with you, it's as ugly as hell. I think it's cute.
It looks like a housepipe, man. Ja, maar ek sê bro, lyk of jy ou met 'n housepipe rondhardloop.
Yeah, nice man.
Yeah, but if you actually put it down,
wow.
And,
then it's like a laser.
Yeah, it's like a laser, and it's got the punch, a bit more punch than the other guns.
We have taken objective apples.
So I'm heading over here to the Freddy flag.
We've got a little dog fight here as well on the plains. Oh, God.
Is it over? Oh.
It seems like it's over.
Very good takeout there on the tank. Let's see if I can get in the replay. Yeah, that's Jack Frags that took out that tank there. That's on the Freddy flag. So well played there. Joburg, Capetown taking back the Freddy flag. And look at this now, right? Capetown. Okay, E is being contested. Echo is being contested. But for a second there, they held most of the flags. It was only the Alpha flag that was held by Joburg. So still 50 tickets in it at the moment. But I think this one is leaning for me towards the Capetown guys, right? I think
so, definitely.
I don't think there's time for the Joburg guys to come back. I mean, it's too close now.
We have lost objective bottom.
Yeah, no, I think the Capetown guys are definitely going to take this one. I mean,
We have lost
you can see all this. I think they must be having fun here with all the smoke happening around this blimp. Did you see the tail side? There's so much smoke happening there on that side, Jacob.
Yeah, where the braai is.
Yeah, that's where the braai is, yeah.
Yeah. The picnic is
Well,
here.
that's where they're celebrating the new legislation or the new law or whatever that's in progress. Those guys were all hotbox.
Those guys were all running. They weren't lying down, so I think it's a braai.
They're hotboxing the blimp there. Look at that. If you look at it, check all the Cape Town guys are there. It's just red and it's smoke everywhere.
Yeah.
You can hear die Fokkenberg sien, jy bra so baie rook is daar.
Well, Byron's also making a comment here on the stream saying that they might run out of dagga if they don't shorten the game to 50 tickets. The Capetonian guys. So that will be a problem. I think they're on a high now, so they need to.
That's a machine now, yo. Man is dik gerook daar.
971, 975. They're doing well. I mean, the Joburg guys have come back and taken 3 of those flags back. But again, I think the timing is a bit. I don't think there's enough time.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you look at the amount of Cape Town players here on D, pushing down to Charlie, I'm sure they'll be able to manage to take that one. And there's only there's like 12 tickets left.
Yeah, I'm looking out of the air here, and it is. This blimp there's a malaise.
Yeah, there's a lot of action happening at this blimp. I've never seen so.
Oh, these 2 tanks are on each other.
Not even in a pub game.
These 2 tanks are on. Each tank has a repairer. The tanks are literally just firing on each other, and nothing's happening. But I think
Rayman versus Rob.
Yeah.
Well, what a convincing win, huh?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Plus tickets.
Yeah, well done to the Cape Town boys on taking this map. I think they played phenomenally.
Yeah.
Must be that smoke. There was some motivation on the map when they just spawned in. They saw the smoke on the horizon, and they said, "Boys, nou gaan ons braai."
There we go. But now Joburg base squad this time around. The previous round was Cape Town, right?
Yeah.
There we go. Some good kills there. But it's good. We're going to a 3rd map. So guys, if you are joining us on the stream now, thank you very much for joining. You are joining us for the last game tonight that's coming up, or the last map that's coming up. At the moment, the score, Cape Town 1-1. Well, let me just try and say that again. The Cape Town team has won one map, and the Joburg Northwest team has 1 point as well. And we're going on to that 3rd map. We've seen 2 very good maps so far. The first was Senai being taken by the Joburg guys. Then the second map was on Giant Shadow, which was now taken by Cape Town. But a very good match overall. Some good tanking, good planes, very good infield play. Of course, it is 64-64 aside, so it's all out, massive war. There's very little rules, no gas, no shotguns, and don't be that guy. But other than that, that's pretty much what tonight is about. But if you are watching with us, please remember to hit the little like button on this video. Also hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so, and hit the little bell on your way out to get your notifications whenever we go online. But we have spawned into the 3rd map,
Yeah.
which is the third and final, and it's a night
Everybody
map.
racing for D.
This is going to be hectic because this map is not big.
No,
No.
and
Look at that rush to D.
yeah, I'm here with Ronald 5192, and he's heading into Delta here as well. Gets met there by a defender. So a good job here from Apache as well. Guys, if you are watching the stream and there is anybody specific that you would like us to go into first person or third person with, just let us know on the stream there. /is watching the stream and he'll call it out for us, and we'll try and find the person on the map. If you do call it out, please let us also know in which team they are. These guys are all mixed up, so it's easier for us to just try and find the person that you are looking for.
Until my phone dies. I see now I've got 5% left.
So if you want to see somebody, let us know quickly.
I'm gonna make a plan.
Maak 'n plan, bro. Maak 'n plan.
Okay, so we have the
Cape Town.
Joburg, we have the Joburg guys in red and the Cape Town guys in blue. And it seems like Cape Town has already taken 3 flags.
Yep. So a little bit of an early, well, very, very early lead here. Of about 10 tickets, just over 15 tickets.
Yeah.
From the Cape Town guys. I'm riding tank with Rayman, and we'll see where he goes. He's in a small tank, which I think is on this map actually, a smart choice, because the big tanks sometimes on this map maneuvers very difficult. It's very difficult to maneuver because of all these bumps and.
In the trenches, sometimes they get stuck in the trenches. Yeah. But can't carry them pretty fast.
Yeah. So the little tanks, I actually think is a good idea on this map because there's a lot.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's much more maneuverable.
Yeah.
So we've got another call here for Jazz Bar in Cape Town, but I also see here that Pretoria beat KZN, and
What?
Joburg East beat Cape Town too.
Well done to the Pretoria guys there.
Objective Edward.
So is that also 32 versus 32 matches?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And of course, these are all knockout matches, right? So you have one chance. If you get knocked out, well, actually you have 2 chances, but in the specific winners bracket, you only have 1 opportunity, and then of course if you lose, you move into a losers bracket and you have 1 opportunity there. But they are full-on knockout matches, so within each of these 2 areas, either the winners bracket or the losers bracket, you only have 1 opportunity and then you're out.
Yeah, no, that's brilliant, man. So there was three games tonight.
Correct.
So that's an excess of 180 players still that only participated on this one night. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's actually, to be honest with you, I'm quite happy, for Dunks, and that he had some good interest as well, because I mean, from experience we know that it's not an easy thing trying to organize this sort of thing. And then if you sort of put your heart into something and you try and organize it and the interest levels are low, it's very demotivating. So I'm quite happy for him that it sort of worked out, and that there was still a lot of people that were interested. Granted that it's only one night that they have to play, so it is a little bit easier getting guys together for something like this, I would think. But still, the interest level was good, and it worked out nice.
Yeah, no, I think he did an excellent job there, and well done to Doug there from the red team, who stepped up to the plate to keep the guys busy while we're taking a bit of a break from Clan Wars. Obviously, we also need a bit of a break. We need to catch up on some Monopoly and
some
7 Days
sleep.
to Die, and some other titles, just to keep our sanity. And keep things interesting. If you do something over and over again, the repetitiveness, then it becomes a bit stale and it's not enjoyable anymore. And we would like to, always be enthusiastic about our offering, Battlefield Clan Wars, and that's why we can only do as much keep it interesting, even for the players as well. You know, they need to play something different, and this is a perfect example of some of the community members stepping up to the plate and providing a different offering for the guys to keep themselves busy.
Yeah.
You know, with less rules and a bit more relaxed environment, and obviously with you know, we have our different provinces that can compete against each other, which is a brilliant idea. So well done to Doug's on that side.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm running here with Capetown. I mean, he's really doing well as a medic, shooting the crap out of everybody and still reviving his teammates.
He's Joburg, right? Yeah. Capetown, I found him. Let's go with him there.
Boys, this is going to be a very tight score. I mean, 210 for 206. Both teams having 3 tickets. It's only kills that's counting down the tickets at the moment.
Yeah.
Because the flags are equally balanced, so obviously it comes down to a shootout. And this is where you need a hell of a lot of medics.
Yes, Capetown is actually doing a hell of a job at being a medic, huh? Because I'm running now with him as well, and this guy is just, he might as well just leave his gun.
No, he's doing really well.
Even for himself, ne? Those medic packs are going out. Oh, he picked up a great revive there, but got killed in, well, killed in action actually.
Yeah, they were blood out.
As he was doing that. Let's have a quick look at Slash. Any asks for a spot on the stream there?
No, just a comment here from Duncan Lambert saying lol Yaku has still been helping, so not a full rest for him.
Yeah, so, but not really, huh? Not really. I was in an advisory capacity. Let's put it that way. So I was just.
So Skelly, nobody wants to put a bet out there, and I know you're quite reckless when it comes to betting.
Yeah, always.
So who do you favour?
Better be bad.
Well, I'm not gonna. It's for me. It's not about favouring at this point in time. I think I'm gonna call it and say this one is gonna go to the Capetown boys. I've seen, look, the first map they didn't play as well, but they did have a disadvantage with the player count, and they did, you know, have a very good comeback. And I think on the second map they really played very, very well, and I think this one is gonna go to them. I know I'm sticking my neck out there, and I might get a lot of flack as usual, but. Yeah, I'm gonna bet and say it's gonna go to Capetown.
I've got to agree with you there, because how they played in that second round was just phenomenal. I mean, you know, they did the sneak attacks. They really played well.
Okay, so I'm gonna be different then, and then I'll support the Joburg guys. How's that?
No.
We have taken objective Charlie.
No, but that's not an honest opinion.
Now, look at the tickets, bro. Look at the tickets.
What about the tickets, bro? Now I can see. Look,
there's
this is the other part I want to add. Look, the Joburg boys are not a walker. You can see that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's less than a 10 ticket difference.
Yeah.
So they definitely a walkover. But I think tactically, the Capetown boys have got it, and I'm going to stick to that.
All right. Let's see. I see that Joburg is protecting this F flag furiously from the Capetown guys that are streaming in to the F flag. Oh, but they've now decided that they're too open. They're going to try and find some hiding spots there. Yeah, look, I mean.
Cup start.
Go for this. Come on. It's all good. It's all good. I like this, to be honest with you, because the thing is that it's. You know what this makes me think about though? It's almost a nice camaraderie thing going on here, right? Because now even if I don't like you, because you live next door, I have to make sure that I pick you up with my medic now.
Yeah.
I quite like that idea. It's nice. Right, so at the moment
nice to see them changing flags here, you know,
Yeah.
just 3 for 3 and then 4 for 2 and then swapping around again.
I mean, at the moment we are looking at the Joburg guys holding. Well, Alpha is being contested, so they're holding Charlie and Freddy there, and then the E flag is being contested in their favor as well. But the Capetown boys now holding, or going to be holding, the Alpha, Bravo and Delta flag, although I just see the Delta is being contested, but at the same time so is Freddy. So there's a huge amount of flag swapping going on, hence probably why the ticket count is so close, because it's a bit of a round robin, eh? Jy vat een, ek vat een.
Yeah, that's the thing with when you have equal amounts of flags on the map, and you have two teams that's equally matched basically in skill. You know, you'll have that kind of scenario. But I still think that Capetown is going to take this, bring this one home.
Yeah, look,
we've got a.
Sorry, Slash, go. No, go.
Yeah, we've got a one-sided call out or challenge here, Skelly.
Yeah.
It's saying, Skelly, put your money on a team for the tournament.
For the whole tournament, eh?
Yeah.
Yo, that's a big ask, mate.
That's a big one. Well, you know, I stay in KwaZulu-Natal, and by default I would have you know, voted for them or put my money on them. But now, obviously, getting the news that they've lost tonight is a no-brainer. That I can't support the Sharks. Especially not in this one. So I think it's going to be Vier, bro.
You're going to go for Western Province, ne?
Western Province.
Yes, I didn't see that coming. Regtig,
I think Capetown is going to take this one.
Yeah, it's like shouting for the Aussies. I don't know. Skelly.
Nee, bro, ek moet met die leeu's gaan nie, so ek kan nie, ek's patrioties, erg.
I don't know what happened there to Durban. What happened to the Durban boys there? Yes.
They didn't have pot. The Capetonians stole all the pot. They must be furious.
Yeah.
Let's run with Jack here for a bit. Jack Frags. I think this guy is a very interesting name. Obviously, he's you know, going with the Jack Frags thing, you know, and Jake Frags. So I think he's got an interesting name.
Where's he from? Van der Bijl Park?
Joburg Northwest. Ek weet nie tot waar gaan Noordwes.
Ek weet nie. Limpopo of wat? Nee, stop. Is it so ver?
Nee, ek dink nie so ver. Ek dink probably die vuildriehoek.
Die vuildriehoek.
Ag, die vuildriehoek, meen ek, ekskuus.
Oh, Rob is in trouble. Rob is dead. He just got taken out there by Asthma Man. I think he got thrown there with an asthma pompy.
So looking at this, looking at the scoreboard, quick Scully, he was on 22 for 1 when he got taken out. So not bad, eh?
Yeah, no, that was a good run there. Well done, Rob.
And then,
so looking at this, looking at the ticket count at the moment, the Capetown boys are running dry. I think they've got a water restriction or something happening there. Because they're running behind with about 50 tickets. And it clearly shows you that I'm not supposed to be a gambling man.
You know what? Byron called it earlier. You know, if the tickets aren't reduced, they're going to run out of pot.
Yeah.
Out of the dacha. So without the dacha, they can't play. So.
Yeah, I think that their throats are running dry now because yes, these Joburg boys are pushing hard.
Yeah, no, they are. And I can see on the Bravo flag.
I don't know, but I mean, I think Tak has also had too much wine in this game. Where is he?
I don't know. Let's quickly.
He's still in. Let's spectate him a little bit.
Let me go on someone. If you can find him for me, and then I'll quickly go there.
Okay, let me see if I can find him.
There he is.
He's on the Capetown side.
I can't spawn him right now, so I think he's busy spawning in. And we'll go to him now when he becomes available.
Yeah, 15 for 9, so he hasn't gone minus.
No, he's 15 for 9 running as a medic, so I'm running here with him.
What?
He must be
Is he playing
reviving
as a
himself
medic?
the whole time or what?
I don't know. He's running as a medic though, and he's using the Soul Buster, eh? That M1916.
Buster.
Yeah,
The old Buster.
yeah. That's the one where you can just pull your trigger as much as you like, eh?
Yeah, I know that medic is definitely not his favorite class. It's more assault.
Yeah, but 17 for 9.
Assault boy.
So apparently not a hopeless medic. Let's have a quick look here.
Yeah, no, so the Joburg boys doing really well. Looks like they competing there for C. Might even take the C flag.
I'm sure someone tipped them off and said, listen, Scully put money on this game again. And they said, you guys do it. They kept up, said, okay, we're going to lose.
Yeah, for sure, because there's now like almost 60 tickets.
Yeah, look at that. As soon as I made my prediction, the odds went into the other way.
And which teams are the monkeys? Let's see.
I don't know if that's funny.
It's Cape Town. Jaco, it seems like you're going to be the winning, the champion in this one. But like I said earlier, it's not over yet.
Yeah,
but I see that the Joburg boys are catching the 4th flag, and that's going to be in big trouble. Not just now. Look at that. Charlie's going down.
Slash, did we have results back that Cape Town 2 lost tonight, or did they win?
Let me just double check. They lost.
Okay, so we might actually have 2. Well, depending on how the game plays out, but we might end up in a situation where there's 2 Joburg teams in the final, right?
Yeah, it looks like it. Ja, nee, hierdie Joburg boytjies is hardcore, kan jy dit sê?
It like so.
Hey, Cape Town. Wat gaan aan? I'm actually disappointed in this whole thing now, you get?
Why, you were rooting for the VPN, eh?
Yeah, I was rooting for the VP and I thought that the boys were going to look at how lucky they played the previous match.
They did, eh? They played a really, really good match in that second map. And to be honest, up until sort of halfway into this one, but look, don't write them off, right? I mean, look at the ticket gap; it's closing again now. I mean,
it's like 60 now already. 60 ticket difference.
Well, it was almost 70, and now it's gone back down a little bit to just over 60. But they still have a little bit of time.
Thanks for those encouraging words.
I don't want to shoot you down completely. Let's have a quick overview here of the map. I just want to see. You know what's nice when you have a lot of players on a map like this is if you go a little bit higher, then you can really see, the players where they bunch on the map.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of them, right? Alright, let me just head back in here. I think I went up too far. Slash any callouts there, and then I can focus on some teams there or any interesting comments that the guys are making on the stream as well. Guys, if you are joining us tonight, thank you very much for doing so. Remember, if you are watching, please hit that little like button for us. That's always great. Also hit the little subscribe button and the bell on your way out to get notified whenever we go online. You are watching the third map of the North versus South, Cape Town 1 versus Joburg Northwest. They are 1-1 each at the moment, and this is the third and final map. The ticket count at the moment 777. Look at that, 777, eh? For Joburg versus the 697 now for Cape Town. So about a 60. Oh no, it's bigger now. It's about a 80 ticket gap. 90 ticket gap.
It's about a month, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've just got some comments to say here that the Pretoria guys are looking very good. And then there's also a mixed group, and in the Eastern Cape group that obviously hasn't played yet. So we'll
there we go.
See them appear as well somewhere.
So the Eastern Cape boykies are still in it.
Yeah, we'll just see if they're in it to win it or not.
Scully, you might still have a Cape Town team in there, bro.
And the mixed teams, is that now from all provinces?
We have lost objective.
Those are in and surrounding areas probably.
Is that like Windhoek and
Ja, nee, bro. Dis Pof Adder en daai plekke.
Pofadder en wat is daai ander ding daar net aan die ander kant? Parys.
Ja.
Daai plekke, is dit
Ja.
Paddock?
Ja, I reckon that's the teams that somebody couldn't classify as, exactly. Dis die ou wat hy was in die middel van die rivier. And they probably got lumped together. I actually don't know specifically who is in that team. I mean, we could get a list or whatever if we need to, but that's also nice, to at least make the guys who don't really fit, right?
Yeah, exactly. So in total, how many teams were there?
We have taken objective.
I need to check with Dunks, but I think there was about 8.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah. So you were probably still looking at about 300, maybe just, around 300 players, give and take.
That's more than that, bro.
Well, it's 32 aside, right, on 8 teams. So on 10 teams, it would be 320. So you're probably looking at maybe just, I mean, with people playing, I don't know if there's subs involved in these sort of games.
Oh, yeah.
But people playing is about 300, and then obviously if there's subs and things, it'll be just over that, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, no, that's a good amount of players still, enjoying the game.
Yep.
We have lost objective Fred.
Let's have a quick look.
Yeah.
And then obviously, Rocky, when Red Redemption comes out, you're going to do some streams to your own channel.
Sorry, Scully, your mic there was a bit bad. Just say again.
I said no, when Red Dead Redemption comes out in a few weeks, you're going to start doing some live streams to your channel.
Yeah, we'll see how that works out. Whether I play well enough to actually stream, some useful content.
Yeah.
But if I do play well enough, then yes, there will be a couple of streams and things with Red Dead going to my channel there. Also, I'll post the link for the guys, whoever who's interested. And then, of course, Scully, we're also looking to do a bit of a interesting thing with Red Dead with myself, you, and Slash, each streaming our own streams, but hopefully on the same game, giving 3 perspectives, right? So we'll see how that works out. That might be an interesting thing to also see. So we'll see what happens there. But I'm looking forward to that game, man. Yo, I've been watching a lot of cowboy videos. So I'm looking forward to
Gully
that.
the Kid.
Ja, nee bro, ek gaan lekker mooi gun hê, lekker perd,
Lost objective.
mooi boots.
Yes, lekker. But yeah, getting back to this game, I see that the Joburg guys are on 924. The Cape Town boys are managing to get the 4th flag now. We're leaving Joburg guys with only 2 flags, but I think it might be a little bit too late. I'm not sure.
Ja,
Yeah, no, it's too late.
no, I think so.
I think it's a bit too
70
late.
Tickets, 60 tickets left.
Mind you, if they manage to hold the 4th flag, but there's already going down, Charlie's going down, and then, try and cap maybe B, we could get out of this. But it just seems like the amount of kills that Joburg is getting versus the Cape Town boys is much more.
Yeah.
Because obviously kills also count towards tickets. And if you look at when the Cape Town guys had 4 flags and Joburg had 2 flags, the ticket count for the Joburg side went up even faster than it was for the Cape Town boys, which held the majority of the flags. So obviously, I think Joburg is shooting straight tonight.
Yeah. No, I think the guys are doing really well. I mean, there's about 20 tickets in it at the moment now. So about 80 tickets has opened up.
Yeah.
So, to be honest, I think the Joburg boys really convincing on this map at the end.
We are losing objective.
Doing really well.
Where's Tackleberry gone to? You don't run away in the middle of the game. What's wrong with this guy?
No, he's still there. I'm sure he's there. Ah, there we go.
I just saw him. He left the server.
Yeah, there's a
those
couple of guys who left.
No, he left the server beforehand, bro. He didn't stick around for the last ticket. That's not good sportsmanship.
Right,
Maybe he's thirsty. I don't know.
right at the end there. So there we go. There we go. Guys, if you have joined us tonight, thank you very much. We do appreciate that. If you're watching this video, give us a like. Also hit the little subscribe button and the bell on your way out to get your notifications. I think this was a really, really, really good game. At the end there, the Joburg Northwest team taking it. Scully, your views?
Yeah, that was an awesome game, man. It's just a pity the Cape Town boys didn't pull through at the end. But they did play a hell of a game. And well done to the guy. And, hey, man, Tackleberry, what the fuck, bro? What's just leaving it halfway through the game? So we're going to have to talk about this. But anyway, well done to Rob Ridingwood and the guys there from the Joburg side. I think you guys played an excellent game. Well done and good luck for the next one. And then to Doug's, well done for organizing and putting all of this together, brah. I think you're doing a hell of a job. Maybe we can offer you a position within Clan Wars on Battlefield 5. That's me.
like a Slash.
Yeah, and just good luck to the Joburg side that won, and then the Pretoria side and the other Joburg side that also won in the other matches that we played. So it seems like the Joburg guys has got their work cut out for them to fight for these positions. Good luck.
Absolutely. Well, tonight I'm left with the bone, and I'm not really in the mood for soup. So yeah, that's the story. The Joburg guys played well. The Cape Town guys really put up a hell of a fight, especially after that second map. I thought that this third map is going to be a little bit closer, but well done to the Joburg boykies pulling it off at the end of the day. Congratulations also to the other teams that Slash mentioned in terms of winning tonight. But I think that is what we had for you guys for tonight. That's what we could bring you. Thank you very much for joining. Gents, from my side, it's always fun to stream with you guys. And also thank you for taking the time to do so.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Lekker, man.
Lekker, bro.
Cheers, man.
Cheers. I'm Yokosawa for Battle Bros. See you on the battlefield.